Question. Are you having questions or concerns about what's really going on in your body and how you end up getting angry? Well, I know I've told you a bit about the testosterone and estrogen levels and all of those things. But let's talk about this anger thing. Now, I'm going to tell you anger is not the issue. The issue is the aggression. Is how you express your anger that's the problem, not the fact that you have anger. And so, when it comes to anger, it is very important for you to recognize and understand your anger meter. 0 is whatever, I don't care. 5 is watch it. 10 is everybody run. And if you are not paying attention to where your anger meter is, you will find yourself walking around on 8 and 10. And when you're on the other side of 5, the only thing you're trying to do is get the other person or turn into a brick wall and shut down. And so if you're walking around on 8, let's just use 8. You're walking around on 8, that means you about ready to blow. And your body is fighting with all of its might to keep you from snatching somebody or even retreating behind your brick wall. That can lead to isolation. And so what you can do about that is to develop a healthy routine that would allow you to release that energy, because your thoughts, emotions, energy. Thoughts, emotions, energy. So that means your mind is going, especially if you're on 8, your mind can be racing so much it's a blur, or you're thinking about all of these stressors. And so your mind is going. And because your mind is going, emotions are kicking in. And it could be anger, frustration, sadness, confusion, betrayal. It could be all of these different things. And your body is trying to process the thoughts, the feelings, and with that, stuff is going on in your body. Your heart could be racing. You can feel yourself getting hot. You can feel yourself getting full of energy where you just start fidgeting and you just can't keep still. You might even start to zone out. And all of this is because you're on 8. I didn't even mention the fact that you talk to anybody yet. So if you're wondering, so wait a minute, all this is going on, so how can I talk to people? Yeah, that's the problem. If you're talking to anyone, you're going to have a little heat on that, if not a whole lot of heat. What am I saying? You snatching folks. You can be blunt. You can be very direct to the point of being rude, so no filter. You don't care how you come off. You just coming off, you telling it like it is. And so that could lead to aggressive conversations. People might not want to talk to you. Or if you feel yourself withdrawing because you know if they say one more thing, if they breathe wrong, oh, they're mine. If you have that going on, you might be afraid of how your anger, your aggression is going to come out. And so you might retreat, meaning you get away from people. You don't want to talk to anyone. You try to find a safe space to go so that you don't have to deal with people, because you know one more thing and it's on. And so, like I said, it's very important for you to create a healthy routine. Find things to do that will allow you to get this up off of you in a healthy way, because anger, guilt, and grief, not nice. So if you find you finally getting it together, like, wait a minute, that's why I'm snatching souls all day? Yes. That's why you are not answering the phone. You're scrolling past those texts, or you can't wait to talk to so-and-so because you've been sick of them. And that filter, pre-loss, pre-grief, that filter stopped you from getting them. But now you're dealing with loss. So you don't care about no filter. You're like, oh, I got time today. And it's on. And so take care of yourself, step back, recognize, pay attention to your body. How can you do that? Let me tell you. First, figure out what your body is telling you. What does it mean when you get jittery, or your heart starts racing, or you're tapping your feet, or you're pacing back and forth, or you're doing everything to just not move? Because you know your next move, you could catch a case. So figure out what your body is telling you, and also where does that rank on your anger meter? What happens when you're at 0? What happens when you're at 5? What happens when you're at 10? If you can pinpoint those things, now find out what's in between. That way, you can learn how to stop things before you really get started. What does that mean? You already know when today is not the day. So if today is not the day, move around. Scroll past that text. Don't answer that phone. Say, not today. Do what you need to do to remove yourself. Because if today is not today and you're on 8, round 3, fight. That's what you're going to be dealing with. And so your body's already struggling to try to keep you from doing that. And that leads to you having little to no energy. That little to no energy guarantees that you know what you need to do and you don't care. So adding fun and relaxing things to your routine can give you the energy that you need to create a new buffer that can help reduce the chances of you snatching the soul or turn to a brick wall and shutting down. So find out what your body is telling you, take care of your body, and hopefully you can process in pieces, break through that grief wall, come out on the other side, and have a better day than you had yesterday or even today. So, as always, take care.